Welcome to Credit Noob 101, a channel dedicated to understanding and breaking down credit and personal financial topics in some of the simplest terms possible. This channel is dedicated to help you understand and get resources, tools, and guidance to better help you create your own financial roadmap. Today's topic, we will be discussing the basics of credit and simple money management tools. So one of the things is that when we're talking about credit, there's a soft pull and a hard pull. A soft pull is normally used for consumer crediting system, which doesn't impact your score, but it allows you to see the likelihood of you being approved for a product that you're seeking. So often when you do the pre-approval, that will not impact your score, but if you decide to actually apply for that product, that is then at that time you will be notified that this will be a hard pull against your credit and can impact your credit. So hard pulls are when you're looking to apply and obtain actual credit. So example of this might be you go to the store, you get ready to check out, the cashier asks, would you like to open up a charge account and get 15% off? So maybe getting that 15% off might feel good at that moment, but it could impact your credit. So you just want to make sure that you understand the difference between a soft pull and a hard pull, when to use them, and how they can impact you. And really, unless you're really searching for financial products or opportunities and things like that, you really shouldn't have so many inquiries on your credit report. Typically, credit inquiries are going to last for about 2 years, and it will paint the picture of how you were trying to obtain credit and why. So some of the things about a soft pull and a hard pull, soft pull is informational. If you think of it that way, a soft pull is just really to get information. Information on, is this product right for me? What are my odds of being approved? Things like that. A hard pull means I've made a decision and I'm ready to move forward. So a hard pull would be a car application, a home mortgage application, things like that. Those are things that you've made a decision to move forward, and now you want to see if you're a good candidate for that product that you're trying to obtain. So some of the examples here for soft pull, we have, you get to check your own credit for free. There oftentimes in our credit card statements, it will tell us what our credit score is for that month, if there's been any changes. It provides really simple, basic information. And as I always tell people, it's not just about your credit score, but you also want to make sure that information on your credit report is correct. Your address, your name, the correct spelling of your name, employment, different things like that are on the credit report. You want to make sure that that information is accurate, because any mistakes can link you to someone else's credit report and can impact your qualifying or whatever you're trying to do. So hard pulls, those are when a lender of some sort is going to pull your actual record. On this, they're going to be able to see typically about 10 years. They'll be able to do background checks. So a hard pull from a lender can be a little bit more involved, and that's why it has more weight when it's pulled versus the soft pull. Not that one is better than the other, but just that you understand that if I'm just looking and getting research, I want to look for things that are soft pull, that are not going to impact my credit score. But if I've made a decision and I'm ready to move forward with obtaining financing, I want to seek hard pull opportunities, so that way I can actually compare the product that I'm trying to purchase. Okay, and here are FICO scores as they're defined. A FICO score is Fair Isaac Corporation, and it's the company that used mostly in when you're looking to obtain credit. These are the scores. 800 and above is going to be excellent, and as you can see, there's the different ones here. Below 58 is what we would consider poor. In your credit score, even though it's not the only method, but it can be a tool that's used to really see how you manage credit. In today's world, there are so many other different models, but today we're just going to focus on this particular one. There are models that don't look at traditional credit, and we will have a topic on that later later this year to provide guidance on what to do with non-traditional credit. But for right now, FICO score, this is what it stands for. This is that price, the score range is going to be 300 to 850. Scores are used to determine how well you manage credit. So it is important, even when people say, I don't even want to get involved with credit, I don't want any. In our country, if you want to advance or obtain other assets and things like that, you do have to have some type of credit profile, because that's really the only way that we can know how you manage your finances. Due to protections of laws, we can't go off of your race, we can't go off of your age, we can't go off of, so we have to go off of different things, and this is one of the models that can be used to determine if you're a good candidate for a particular loan product. And then just wrapping up, some quick tips. You can check your credit report if you don't already have access to it through maybe your credit card or Credit Karma or any of those type of apps or what have you. You can get one at annualcreditreport.com to check the accuracy of it. This is free. You do not have to pay for it. Other crediting services offer free credit report access, but then when you want to start doing monitoring and different things like that, that's when they'll add other prices on to that. But to check your credit is a completely free. No one should be charging you to check your credit when there are tools out here that you can access your consumer credit score on your own. Consumer credit score is different from a lender credit score. The lender credit score, remember, that's attached to the hard pull. So consumer credit score is attached to the soft pull. And normally you should not have to pay for those. That's literally to screen you and see if you're a good candidate for the next step, which would be applying for that actual credit. Using pre-qualification tools, just as it says here, will help you shop around without hurting your score. These are just some of the other things that we talked about, recapping, understanding credit scores, these factors that influence your score. For instance, your pay history. That's 35% of what makes your credit score. Okay, so making sure that you're making those payments on time is what's going to help your score maintain and stay high. Credit utilization. Even if you're always current on your credit card, but you're over that 30% good rule of thumb that we say, that can pull your credit score or make it stale to where it's not moving, there's no activity. So if you have I like to do simple numbers. If you have a credit card with $100 balance on it, or credit, and you're using 70, you're over that 30%. So you're over that $30. So if you had a credit card that had $100 worth of credit on it, you would always want to keep that under that $30 in this example, because the $30 is what's keeping it under that 30%. Okay, and that's when that normally is a good sign that someone understands and knows how to manage their credit. Credit history length is about 15%. And that is a whole entire series on itself, understanding aging credit and how it impacts you. New credit, so those inquiries that we were talking about, that's about 10% of your credit report. In a year, you really shouldn't have more than 4 inquiries. 7 is quite a bit, but I would definitely say you want to keep it under 4 and definitely under 10. And you want to have a good variety mix of credit. So anything from installments, so where it's that same payment into the end of the loan, or credit card, which can be revolving loan, so the balance and the payments can change depending on what the purchase amount is. So these are just some things to help you understand how we're coming up with those credit scores. Just some things to manage it. Credit is a tool, it's not a trap. You should approach credit with a more partnership type mind frame, as opposed to another barrier in my life or what have you. Understanding credit and using it to your advantage can open up so many doors for you and allow you to help with savings and different things like that. You won't have to pay that riskier price on your products, because now you're a more educated consumer and understand how to utilize credit. So pay the balances off in full when possible. Track your accounts using free monitoring tools. You should not have to pay anybody to update your credit report. There are circumstances where services like that will be needed, but for the most part, Updating and maintaining accurate information on your credit report is a free service that you can do yourself. And just educating yourself on what products and resources are out there to help you with that may be the hardest part of it. But once you find those resources, it's absolutely easy and free to monitor and improve your credit on your own. Avoid closing old accounts. As I said, depending on what type of financing you're trying to do, and keep your utilization low on your payments, and make your payments on time. And lastly, once you understand your credit and where you're at financially, then you can set financial goals for yourself. If you wanted to open up that business, things like that, your personal finances do need to be in order for your business to succeed. If you don't understand basic personal finances, it's going to be almost impossible to understand business finances. So if you're a small business and you're looking to increase your business and do some other things, you want to make sure that you understand your financial picture, where you are and where you want to go, and what do you need to do to get that. So these are just some tips that can help improve your overall financial picture. The next thing, I do have a sample budget form that you can use as far as tracking, keeping track of your money and different things. That's also located in the link. I also have the annualcreditreport.com link, and then also just to subscribe to our channel so you can learn about other tools and resources to help you better manage your credit and personal finances. Thank you guys. Talk to you later. Credit Noob 101.